Hello and welcome back, my stylish friends. Design number 23 for 2024 blanket. And this design is very simple. I always say that, but some of them are very simple. They just look complicated. And this design is kind of similar to the one we learned before. So we start as usual with any color yarn, and we need only 2 different color yarns this year. And I'm actually planning to move forward with another designs for 2025. I want to show you additional 25 designs in 2 different colors. I do have over 120 different designs, so if you want to learn something new and create your own individual unique blankets, join me in my videos next year. Okay, so we are done with round number 1, and I start round number 2 with the same color yarn. If you are new to the channel, welcome, but if you need instruction how we are making granny squares, please visit this video. I am explaining in details how we are making one color granny square. Here I'm just showing you how to change yarn color to make the design. So I made one cluster in contrasting color yarn, and I'm making one again in white, one in gray, and one in white. So round number 1, you're using one color. Round number 2, you are changing yarn every cluster. So you're alternating your yarn color in between each cluster. And I do speed up this video because we already know how we changing yarn color, how we carry yarn behind the scenes, and also how to make a granny square. So round number 2 is done. We start exactly the same way, but at this time we will make 2 clusters in the first color yarn. So I'm carrying my yarn, preparing to use that yarn later, and I always carry my yarn behind. And as you see, I make 2 clusters in white, and now I'm making 1 cluster in gray. And I will repeat the same process for every side of the square. So I'm making 2 clusters in white, and I will make 1 cluster in gray. So how are you doing so far? Is this easy design for you, or do you have some challenges? Make sure when you're changing yarn color, the yarn tension is a little bit looser. We want this granny square to be flexible. We do not want to be too tight. And as promised, this is very, very simple design. It is simple because we're changing yarn color only in round number 2 and 3. We are almost done with round number 3. So now I can cut one of my yarn. I no longer need the white color yarn. So when you're cutting the yarn, make sure you cut correct way, okay? I did mistake once, and I actually cut the other yarn, and I need my last round to be the main color yarn, I will call it, because my design starts with the beginning. That's my design color yarn, so it will be my contrasting color yarn, and at the end you finish with your main color yarn. And very important thing that I always point, hide all those carry over yarn. You work in your stitches around that yarn. Once you're done, it's more hidden, stay in place, and you don't need to go with your needle to try to kind of connect this yarn to your project. So I hope this information is helpful to you and you did have fun crocheting this design. And again, let me know if you have any questions, or are you excited to learn another 25 different designs for 2025? We have only one more design to go with 2024, and I would love to see or like give me updates on your blanket. As I mentioned in my videos, I will be making 81 square blanket that I will combine 81 squares in 9 different larger squares. We are done. Isn't this fun? I think this design looks very pretty, and I do like 2-color designs. I'm not sure why. Don't get me wrong, colorful designs are pretty too, but when you're making only 2 colors, I feel like it's more classic, especially when you're making very contrasting colors and gray and white or white and black or any 2 colors you like. So once again, thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a great time crocheting this one. And I hope you join me next time to learn additional design number 24.